EcoFlow Delta 2. How many hours, what's the run time to run a refrigerator on the EcoFlow Delta 2? I watched a lot of videos and there's a lot of question marks. Some people say 12, 13 hours. I didn't get that. I got nowhere near that. Now you see I got a refrigerator. It's only 3 years old. And I think it was like 30, I think it was set on 38 or 37. I just unplugged it. I did 3 tests. You can see I got the extension cord. I just unplugged it. I'm trying to see what is better, this or a generator. This is, I got this off Amazon and paid out the door about $530. Compared to a generator, it's about $1,000 for a generator, for a good one. For a real good one, it's about $2,300, but most people get about $1,000 generator. You can get a second battery, which I'm going to do, and it comes out to be almost $1,000 for both batteries. But I wanted to see how long you can run a refrigerator off the EcoFlow Delta 2. And I have notes here. All right, the first test, I done it at 100%, the battery. I started at 9:30 in the morning and I had a coffee maker running. I made 1 coffee and jumped down to 93% with that coffee maker. And let me see. I stopped at 12 o'clock at 50%. And I got 2.5 hours. So I made 3 cups of coffee, not just one. I made 3 cups of coffee off the Keurig, and that heats up a lot. So run a refrigerator and 3 cups of coffee, and I stopped it at 50%. It ran for 2.5 hours. I'm like, that's horrible. So I really stopped it too soon. It can go lower than that. It can go down to 0, which I don't want to do. So I set my time a little different. I went down to my second test, test 2. I started at 1 p.m., battery at 100%, refrigerator only. I did not make a cup of coffee. And at 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at 50%, it was 4 hours. Then I went to 6:30 at 33%. That's 5.5 hours. So it got a little better. But people were saying, oh, I can run my refrigerator for 13, 14 hours. I don't know what kind of refrigerator they have. I have a big one. It's a freezer on the bottom. I got the second drawer. It's a big one. These other people, I watch these videos, and the refrigerator was half the size. And I don't know what they could have lowered their temperature. I don't know what it was on. Was it on 10%? They don't tell you. Mine was on 38 or 37. That was the temperature of the refrigerator. So it was pulling. I could lower it and probably get more out of the Delta. Then I made my third test. Okay. I started at 7:30 at 100%, refrigerator only. And at 33%, at 12:30, it was 33% at 5 hours. And then I stopped it at 1:30. Yeah. So I got about almost 6 hours total. So this thing could run my refrigerator for 6 hours. Just a refrigerator. So all those things on what they say on YouTube about, oh, you can get 13, 14 hours. That's not true. Unless you got some small refrigerator. This is a full-size new refrigerator. And I didn't change the temperature. I could probably show you if I plugged it up, but I have it unplugged. I just finished my test. And that's it. All these things they're talking about, it's not true. So is that good? Is that a good test? Is See, right there is plugged up. That's what it was set on. All right, that's my refrigerator. So these are the tests that people don't tell you. So this EcoFlow Delta 2, is it a good unit? Is it better than a generator? I think it is, because for one, if you lose power, and you have a generator with a gas generator, you have to get gas. And if you lose power, the gas stations are not going to have power, so you can't get gas. And if there is gas, you have to probably wait 2 or 3 hours online, because it was ridiculous when this Hurricane Milton went through. The lines were like over a mile long. It was crazy. So if you don't have a generator and you just want to decide what you want to get, I would get this. But you have to get 2 of them. You have to get this and the backup battery, which goes on top. And then I should be able to run, get to 12 hours, I believe, for about the same price as a gas generator. So that's my test. It took me a while, man, to figure this out, how to do it. All right, so is it worth getting? It is. If you already have a gas generator, I would just continue to use that, I guess. But you have to worry about if you have gas. You know what I mean? I never have gas. I have a lawnmower, and I always have to go to the gas station to get gas. And you can't really store gas. It doesn't really store very well or long. So, and some people, one thing I want to say, some people use a solar panel and hook this up. You're going to wait 18 hours to charge this. That's ridiculous. And you can also charge in your car, they say. I wouldn't do that either. Your car will probably catch on fire because it's a small wire they give you to go in your cigarette lighter. It's not really a good idea to do that. I wouldn't. The way I charge this, because I do have a camper with a 200-watt solar panel and a Renogy 200-amp battery, which I bought with an inverter inside a camper. So I'll go outside and use my camper to charge this. So, and be truthful with you, my camper shuts off when I plug this in. So I have to use my truck to charge, to keep the battery going, just like a generator, So I'm very lucky to have that. Some people don't have that, so I don't know what you're going to do. And a grid down situation, if you do have a generator, it gets really bad. People can also hear you have a generator and come over to your house for help or possibly try to steal it. With this, it's very quiet. It sit in your house, which is very nice. Having a generator, you have to leave the door open or the window open, bring a cord in. It's a lot of things. Little bugs crawl in your house, all that stuff, whatever. So Delta 2 is a pretty good unit. So it's pretty good. I think that's the best way to go. I'm getting a second battery for this. I'll make another video, and I think we're good. I think after I get the second battery, I can run a refrigerator and use a Keurig to make coffee. And there we go. That's my test for the refrigerator. How long can you run a refrigerator off an EcoFlow Delta 2? About 6 hours, all the way down to 20%. I do not go down to zero. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Mammy things, I'm going.